What's up, guys? I'm Maria Stoics back in your video today. I'm here coming back with you again with another story time. I know it's been a while since I've done these little story time videos, but this story time is actually crazy. It's real, so just be with me for a second. But today, this story time is about I met a hacker in real life. He pulled up to my house and he lived to regret it. I mean, honestly, he lived to regret it, but just stay tuned and I'll tell you that story. So it was about 2 weeks ago, and I was on Friday the 13th, the game that I'm notoriously, trolled on before, and people hate me and stuff like that. But, someone ultimately really, really hated my guts. I mean, someone really went out of their way to DDoS me, find out where I live, and decided to try to hack me and found out where I live, found out my location, right? So I was over here minding my own business, playing some Friday the 13th, chilling, saying what's up to all the people that got me banned and all. And all of a sudden, I get a knock on I see like a car pull up to my house, right? It's like a random car, dude. It's like, I don't even know what the car was. It was like one of those little mini cars, one of those Kiwi cars, right? One of those little goofy cars. So I look and it's like, who is that? So I get a knock on my door and it's like, he comes over here and says, "Yo, are you Almighty Ace?" I said, "Yeah, what are you doing here?" And he said, "We gotta talk, dude." So I'm like, okay. So I step outside and he wants to talk to me. I was like, "So you've been trolling me a lot recently, bro." I'm like, "Who are you? I don't even know who you really are." He didn't even tell me his gamer tag. He's like, "You've been trolling a lot of people and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of you trolling people all the time. And you know what? You have to pay." That's what he said to me. So I'm like, okay. So first of all, what was going through my head at this time? I was like, "Bro, you are a nerd, okay? You show up to my house with some glasses on, some flip-flops, and some sand, like, I don't know, like some shorts on. You show up with some short sunglasses and some flip flops talking about some you gotta pay." So I'm like, okay. First in my mind, I was like, bro, you are a goofy ball. You're a goofball. You're a clown whore. So it doesn't even matter to me. So I'm like, okay, let's talk. So right off the bat, he starts getting violent. He starts saying, because you know what you did. You ruined the game. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay, so what do you want to do, bro? Because you over here in my house. I don't appreciate people in my house. So he said, all right, let's do this right now. So he takes off his shirt. He has a tattoo of like a chicken leg on the bottom of his stomach. He has a tattoo of a chicken leg and it says "I like black people." So I'm like, okay, so this dude's a racist. I mean, chicken and black people, I mean, come on. You're obviously racist, dude. I mean, let's face the facts. You're a racist. So anyways, you do this, you take off your shirt. I'm like, okay, I didn't take off anything. I had on a jacket and some sweatpants, and I put on my black Air Forces because black Air Force means black Air Force energy. You know what I'm saying? That's like Super Saiyan for black people. So I'm like, all right. So what do you want to do, bro? So takes off his shirt, this and that, and he throws a punch at me, right? But I weave it. I go under it, right? And I take his arm and I flipped him over me. I flipped him over my body, right? And then I grabbed his arm again, like some Batman stuff, and I like stepped on his stomach like hard, right? And then I made him get up. I was like, "Come on, get up, bro. You really want to do this?" And he was like, "Bro, you're dead." So I'm like, "Okay, bet. I'm dead. All right." So he runs at me and I fall on my back and I use my legs to kick him over me. So I kick him over me and stuff like that. He flew, he hit his head on my car, he left a big dent on the car that I still gotta like pay for. He left a big dent on there. So I'm like, okay, so this dude, not only he just commit trespass, this dude ultimately like made destruction of property. So I'm not gonna let that slide. So what I do is I take the water hose and I spray him with it. I spray him with the water hose, make sure he's all nice and wet. I spray him with the water hose, make sure he doesn't escape. And what I do next is actually crazy, bro. So I take the water hose, I slap him with it, and then I pulled out a piece of paper and I put it on to his stomach. And I was spraying it on his stomach the whole time. So what that does is it makes it hurt, makes the impact hurt 10 times worse, right? So that's what I was trying to do. And then I was slapping him over and over again, and then all of a sudden he was crying. So I was like, "What are you crying for, bro? This is what you wanted, right?" And then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I won't ever do it again. I won't ever do it again." So I was like, "Nah, bro, you really want to do this? So let's do this right now." So he stood up again. He got mad. He started getting angry and stuff. And this dude try to like run at me again and try to hit on me. So I dodged that. I weaved that. He got no hits on me during this whole fight, dude. I just hope y'all know that he got no hits on me this whole fight, bro. He got no hit on me. He was completely just trash at fighting too. His stance was like a crab trying to walk. Like his stance was horrible. But he was like, let's go. So we were fighting. And I would weave, dodged everything. I gave him the Mike Tyson two-piece combo, and I gave him the two-piece combo Mike Tyson chicken. So, and then, like, he was just, like, backing down. Like, he was just getting madder and madder. And it's like, bro, and he kept talking about, oh, you ruined Friday the 13th, this and that. And I'm like, bro, you are mad over Friday the 13th, dude. Calm down. Like, it's not that serious. Why are you mad over Friday the 13th game? Like, it makes no sense, bro. Like, you getting mad at me just for that? Come on. I mean, be realistic here. You are a grown man getting mad at me over Friday the 13th, over here getting bullied by me in real life. Like, just face the facts, dude. So he got defeated. He got beat up. His hair came off. He got defeated. He lost. And so what I do to his car is even crazier. So what I do is, so to his car, his little Kiwi car that he had, right? I decided to put milk inside of his gas tank, right? I decided to put milk in his gas tank because he went to go clean off all the blood he had on him because of me, because he was getting beat up. So I put milk in his gas tank, and I also put a piece of lemon in there. If you don't know what that does, that's like a fuel. That's like a fuel thing. So it like makes it hot. So he drives off, I kick him, like I kick his butt, right? Like I kick his butt, he fell on the floor, he was crying, and he got in his car and he drove away, right? So when he drove away, like not even like 5 seconds later, he drove away, and then all of a sudden the car, like the engine, it started like catching on fire, right? Like it engulfed in flames, and he was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then all of a sudden he tried to run, and then all of a sudden, as soon as he opened the door, he just explodes. Like the car just explodes out of nowhere. It's freaking insane. The car just explodes. He's everywhere. The car parts are everywhere. The car was fine, but he wasn't. And it was actually a crazy time. Actually, it was actually crazy. Hospital, cops, ambulances, SWAT team came. I got arrested, but they freed me for self-defense. And it was actually a crazy story time. It was a crazy experience, dude. Like, it's an experience I wouldn't prey on anybody. Like, this experience actually taught me a lot of things, and what it taught me is that people need to stop taking games so serious, because what will happen is you meet a badass like me that will put something in your gas tank and watch it explode, and then I'll go to jail, but then I'll come out because I got self-defense charge. So it doesn't even matter what you do, because at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter. So the car was good, but he wasn't. He went to the hospital. They said he'll never walk again. And it's a good thing I didn't have to pay for it. And I told him what happened. I told the cops what happened. He DOSed me, he hacked me, and he got my location. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just tell them. So I told them, and then he got his computer confiscated. He got his system broken. He got his house broken into. His parents was mad. His parents were not mad at the fact I beat him up. They were actually happy. Like, they were saying that it was a long time coming. And, I agree. They were actually happy. They actually invited me to be in their family once. So, it was actually a weird experience, honestly. But, that's the time that I beat up a hacker and he lived to regret it. So, I mean, the moral of the story, bro, is, stop trying to hack people, but it's not funny. It's not cool. This could happen to you, especially if you mess with me. This could happen to you if you try this. So I just want to make the story known, because, at the end of the day, listen, this is going to come from the heart. Okay. Listen, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Honestly, I know it's been a while since I've done these story time videos, and, I have more, but I decided to just talk about this one because it happened recently, and it's like, you know what? This is something I have to tell on YouTube, because at the end of the day, dude, this is something that could, encourage people not to do that, not to hack, not to, try to dox anyone, I mean, this could help somebody. Just don't dox anyone and you'll be fine, dude. I don't know what's so hard about it. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy that story time video. The dude is fine, by the way. He just lost his legs and now he has stubs. And that's all he has. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. He lived to regret it. And just stop hacking people. But I hope you guys have a good night, day, wherever you are. If y'all like more story times, let me know down in the comment section. Have a good day, night, wherever you are. And bye.